Okay, so here we have the Transformers Legacy United Gears. And this is a third-party figure of Gears made by a company called SXS. It was called, I believe, Continuously Variable. Continuously Variable is a third-party Transformer. It is an original figure made by a company that is not affiliated in any way with Hasbro or Takara or any of the partners that produce Transformer figures. So as we can see, they're both blue pickups with a red, I guess, camper shell on the back. Except, obviously, one has a pretty well done tailgate and the other has a chest plate. So we're going to take his gun off and get it out of the shot for right now. So, continuously variable. So right here is where his gun stores. And if you hear that creaking, he did come with a second gun, but he can only store one at a time. So we'll get back to that. So as it goes, as you can see, continuously variable doesn't want to roll because his tires are sculpted to look like off-road tires, whereas Gears is not rolling very well either. And so Gears will roll on a surface, on a flat, smooth, on a surface that he actually gets friction on, like this tablecloth under my mat. So they both represent Gears. So this thing I bought many years ago because this is the first proper G1 Gears we've gotten in maybe a decade, maybe more. I'm not sure. But either way, so for a long time, this was my stand-in in my collection for Gears. Now, this thing has a lot of futuristic tech detail, and I don't really understand it myself. To be frank, I don't know how I haven't broken this damn thing. Because this thing does not feel good in the hands at all. Whereas this, you can just hear the difference in the densities. So, transformation. I do not want to transform this thing again. Alright, so we're going to fold up the bumper. And I'm going to knock my camera completely off. So it'll focus. So then we're going to tilt the camera up and fold these wheels out. Ignore all this. I'm filming this right after building a bunch of Lego, because that's what I do in my videos. I film them in batches and also edit them in batches, or until my voice gives out. Alright, once that's done, then we come to these doors. We're going to break this connection here and rotate this out of the way. And we'll do the same on both sides. So then we can fold the legs straight. Separate them. And now this is part of why I don't like transforming. Here's his foot. That sound does not sound or feel good. Now, what do you do with this kibble? No clue. Because I don't have instructions for this. I bought it off eBay one day because I was unhappy with all. So, again, how I have not broken this thing, I do not know. So, he does have heels, but good luck getting them out. So, Optimus Prime screwdriver. And there's his heels. I probably should have a spudger, but Alright. So now that he's like this, we'll come up and you can see the mess in the background. Again, I am going to clean that up when I'm done with this batch of videos. So we take the arms, pull them out. Now this piece folds around like so. So then you can take the arm, bring it up like this. So we do the same thing on the other side, rotate it, fold that out. Bring the arm around and just try to keep everything out of its way, which is incredibly difficult. Now I said I moved stuff. Now Virtue's here because I need to put up a floating shelf for Virtue because I did not account for how wide and deep that display stand would be. So you bring this whole section down. Now you see this armature here that is a sliding joint. So you're going to slide it up, and then it'll just kind of snap in. It does not feel good at any point. So then you come to this top piece, which is also on a slider, and slide it back. Take the wheels, fold them there. This will cover down over the wheels, and then you just fold out his fists. And I have missed a step. This is only like the second time I've transformed this thing in years, and his arm just popped apart. So let's see if it'll mushroom peg back on. It does, but it won't snap anymore. So then the last step is you just fold him around at the waist, and so here you have continuously variable. And despite those heels, he is not wanting to stand very well. So articulation, I don't care about articulation unless something's missing or it does something exceptional. So he has sort of a pseudo butterfly in the shoulder, which is exceptional, but then his ankles will tilt, but he barely has any rock. Well, it'll rock a lot in the wrong direction. So what do you do with this kibble? I don't know. This is a big problem for this figure. He's got kibble here, 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 and no matter what you do with it, it's all in your way. The guns don't just peg in, they actually snap in, which is both good, but with how brittle he is, terrifies me. His body does not hold together very well. And again, the fact that I have not broken this, I don't know if it's a testament to care, skill, or I'm just remarkably lucky. Because like I said, this thing does not feel good. And now for Legacy United gears. So the only real knock against him is he doesn't store his weapon. Even though they've literally got all these places, and you mean to tell me they couldn't just put a little peg on the gun that would slide in somewhere? So to transform him, we're going to pull this down, move this out of the way, fold the wheels in. So we're going to take this whole panel, separate it, fold out his leg, fold this into his heel, do the same thing on the other side. So then we come to the top, and we're going to pull the whole top half of the truck down, fold out his arms, rotate his head around, straighten out his arms, fold this up, close up his chest, fold these wheels in. Now this will collapse like so. And there we have gears. And as you can tell, just the difference in the two, continuously variable is very unbalanced. He's barely holding together, whereas gears is actually pretty solid. I finally got variable standing pretty good. So gears, articulation. As we can see, he has good ankle tilt. That ruins the sculpt, but it'll get him into most poses. Holds his gun just fine. However, unlike continuously variable, you can store his gun in robot mode. So that's cool. And he has actual, although they're not intended, he has a double butterfly in either direction. So head sculpts are both pretty good. This silver is heinous on my paint job. But when it comes to the two, this one, they both look grumpy, but this one is a lot less busy. So I think his details don't wash out like continuously variable. So, good figure. And then he has one gimmick. If you open his chest up, he's got the VHS slot and all his details from that episode of the G1 cartoon. Good on him. So, yeah. I mean, not much to say because I'm going to retire this oddity, and he's going to go with the other stuff I've acquired over the years that I don't want to get rid of for some reason, because he's just an oddity of a dead company. So yeah. So I guess I should actually review something. This thing's awesome. Get it. There's your review. So I'm Super Draco. Thanks for watching. And check out my fantasy story on Fiction Press. And I'll see you for the next video whenever that is.